There are moments that challenge what we think is possible, that defy the odds and our expectations. Those moments are what we at MU Health call yes moments. And they're changing the face of cardiovascular care. One breakthrough discovery, one advanced treatment, one miraculous outcome at a time. Yes makes it possible.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, May the 12th. Good to have you with us today. And we've got Larry Brown, singer, songwriter, storyteller, dealing with Mother's Day. Mother's Day is this coming Sunday, and I hope that each and every one of you will be spending time with your mother, whether your mother is alive or has passed on. You're with her in spirit and in your heart, because it really is a very special time. One of the best friends you'll ever have, your mom. Larry Brown, good to have you here.
Good morning, good morning.
So this is a song that you have in honor of Mother's Day?
It is, as we've done sometimes on the show before. I've picked a special mother from history, and this is one of those. And I have a question to pose, asking how many of us might know the author of what is generally considered the first English language published book by a woman.
The author of the first English language published book by a woman.
Yes. Now, six centuries later, she was quoted by T.S. Eliot at the height of World War II. T.S. Eliot, in his fourth of his four quartets poem called Little Gidding, wrote, and I'm going to quote this, "Whatever we inherit from the fortunate, we have taken from the defeated. What they have to leave us, a symbol perfected in death, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well, by the purification of the motive in the ground of our beseeching." Now, he had quoted a woman named Julian of Norwich.
I was going to say that.
Were you going to say that?
No, I wasn't.
When he used the phrases, all shall be well and all manner of things shall be well, and the phrase, the ground of our beseeching. Now, she was also known as Mother Julian, Lady Julian, and even called Saint Julian, although she was never officially designated as a saint. Well, she lived in the 14th century England, which was a time of upheaval, of dynastic wars, of the bubonic plague, and she lost her family, presumed widowed, and at approximately age 30, between the dates May 8th and May 13th, 1373, she was struck ill, nearly fatally. And during her sickness, she experienced, as she said, 15 different visions of God, and then over the following 20 years wrote reflections on that series of visions. She became then an Anchoress, which means a solitary nun, associated with the Brigittine Sayar Abbey. Now, we're not sure of her actual name, and she wrote under the name Julian of Norwich. Her book was called Revelations of Love, published in 1393, although not printed for public consumption until 1670. But she wound up not being very well known until the 19th and 20th centuries.
Long after she had departed this earth.
Now, she's especially remembered because she was revered for her feminist theology, delving into the divine feminine, discussing the motherly nature of God, who brings us hope even in the midst of suffering, illness, and pain. And therefore, one of her most famous lines, "All will be well. You will see it yourself. Every kind of thing will be well." Now, Julian's feast day in the Anglican and Lutheran traditions is May 8th. And in the Roman Catholic tradition, it's May 13th. So it spans...
So it's right around Mother's Day.
Exactly,
right Mother's Day.
Well, in 1996, Sidney Carter, the British poet and musician, famous for his song Lord of the Dance, wrote a song that used some of her lyrics and dedicated to her, and the song is called All Shall Be Well, also known as the Bells of Norwich, and recorded by a number of people, but I particularly like the version by Ed Trickett and Anne Mayo Muir and Gordon Bach.
Well, I think we're going to hear the Larry Brown version.
Well, you'll hear the
right
Larry
now.
version of that.
This is going to be my favorite.
You think?
I think so.
We'll see.
Larry Brown.
Loud are the bells of Norwich, and the people come and go. Here by the tower of Julian, tell them what I know. Ring out the bells of Norwich, and let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know. Love like the yellow daffodil is coming through the snow. Love like the yellow daffodil, it touches all I know. Ring out the bells of Norwich, and let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know. Ring for the yellow daffodil, the flower in the snow. Ring for the yellow daffodil, tell them what I know. Ring out the bells of Norwich, and let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know. All shall be well, I'm telling you. Let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know.
What can I say? That's my favorite version. Larry Brown. That is beautiful, Larry. That really is beautiful.
All shall be well again. You sometimes will see that on posters and cards, and but it was Julian of Norwich who first penned those phrases.
So it really was divine intervention with her, since she had those visions when she was ill.
Mm-hmm. She's considered a spiritual mystic. Sometimes language is used. I'd say the term mystic is often used for her, and but particularly noted because she used feminine language to describe what probably in that time and historically had been all male language, to talk about the nurturing, healing possibilities that you have when you experience the divine. Mm-hmm. And of course, coming out of her sickness were those encounters, those spiritual encounters.
So how old was she when she died?
Well, she lived, I think, another 30 years or so past that. So, again, these ages, times are approximate. So approximately 60 years old.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us today and sharing the song on Mother's Day weekend. I hope it touched our listeners and viewers like it touched me.
And may all be well
yes,
again.
May all be well. We have to have faith, don't we? If you want more information about singer, songwriter, storyteller Larry Brown, they can get in touch with you how?
Brownstory.com.
Just brownstory.com.
That'll get you there.
And you got CDs and DVDs that are available. Larry, thank you so much for coming by. Tomorrow, or Monday, actually, we have an author on, Dave Collins. A very interesting guy. Our program directed by Travis McMillen, Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio, Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director, Lowell Thomas. And our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. Bye-bye.